Okay, we are going to look at some of the art that I created just as like a demo for trying some new art programs for a game that I'll be creating over the next few months. First art style that I used was this pixel art right here. I've imported it into Unity. I have this little banana game object, this monkey, which will be like a main character or something, and then this bear doesn't really look like a bear. I've improved it a little bit since I imported it in here as an enemy. If we come into the program here, which is called Piskel, we can look at what I did, and I'd actually made this to animate a little bit. Same with the banana, just like flip back and forth. The bear just has its single image, and you can see I've smoothed out some of the lines on the bear a little bit. If we come back into Unity here, we can take a look at the second thing that I did, which was this scene over here. These two trees, this car, and this like building fascia here. And we can go into the program that I used for that, which was Asset Forge. And you can see that I just created these 4 objects here to create this little demo type scene, just to figure out how the program worked and see what I could do with it. It seems to work quite well for like a low poly type art style. And you might have seen the third thing that I did, which was this pyramid here that has 3 levels on the inside. You can't really see them right now. And this little like door over here. We can come back out of here and go into that program, which is right here, which is called Magic Voxel. And if we zoom in here, we can go through the it doesn't let me go through the thing, but you can see where the different floors are and the doors right there. And this is like a 3-dimensional pixel-based pixel art type program. Talk about pros and cons of each of these. This one I'd probably like the least. Is time consuming, and I didn't think that it wasn't going as smoothly as I would have hoped that it did. This Piskel, just the 2D pixel art, I like that. Seemed to work quite well. I was able to get my 3 sprites done pretty quickly, and I think that they turned out pretty well. I did use a little bit of inspiration from Google, just looking up. One second. Switch to this. Trying a new thing with my camera here. If we go back into here, these sprites went pretty quickly. I did look up some help on how to do them, but I did the bear mostly by myself, probably why it looks the worst out of these 3 things. But I did like that. It seemed a little bit easier. I would put the Asset Forge sort of in the middle. Got through this pretty quickly as well. Made this little scene pretty quickly. Some of the snapping seemed a little bit annoying and put things slightly off. You maybe can see it. Yeah, you can see it a bit right here where the snapping distances didn't quite line up as I thought they would. But it was quite easy to make this pretty quickly using what was given in the $20 version. And as I said, the Magic Voxel was probably the most difficult, just a little bit harder to work with, not quite as simplistic as the other two programs. Didn't like it quite as much. I think that I will probably definitely continue to use the Piskel for the 2D sprites, and I might try some like hand-drawn or computer-drawn art for a background with the 2D pixel sprites for the foreground and the game objects and the characters in the game. That's sort of what I'm leaning towards right now. Possibly using the monkey as my main character and the bear as the enemy, as I said earlier, and the banana as an objective, plus some other game objects to create some sort of like level-based game, 2D level-based game with a possibly hand-drawn background, possibly something done in pixel art for a background. I don't know if I'll use Asset Forge anymore. I might, because I think that worked pretty well for what it is, and was able to get through some stuff pretty quickly and figured it out pretty quickly, and it seems like it has lots of ability to create a lot of things with it. And I think that just learning about how to do the pixel art, like I've seen it before, but haven't really played with it at all, and figuring out how to do the proportions with having the corners and only having a limited number of things that you're able to work with, and not being able to include a ton of detail, and how to work with that was interesting to learn, and also a little bit challenging. I think that those are some of the challenges that I came across with the bear, which when I scaled it up I was able to feel a little bit better about, because I was able to smooth some of it out. I could definitely do some more work on this and more refinement to make it look even better, but scaling up to more pixels on the window was definitely helpful with that, to make it look a little bit better than it did originally. I think that I'm not sure how you use the little animations within Unity. I'm not sure if you're able to do that, or if you have to do that within Unity itself and recreate those with all the different frames, but that'll be good to figure out how to like make the monkey look like it's walking, and I'll do more frames for the bear if that works well. And then I have the banana just flipping back and forth, which should be easy enough to do just within Unity. So those were things that I did to work with these new art styles for a game that I will be working on for class.